after doing my videos about Asperger's, like childhood, learning and education, and my latest one, which was lifestyle, I thought that I would do a video on why I ended up getting tested. I don't know if people know, but I was diagnosed at 18, so that was quite late. Girls are normally diagnosed a lot later than guys, apparently. All the girls that I know were diagnosed in their late teens, so yeah. Why I got tested. If you've watched my other videos, especially coping with bullying, you'll know that I was bullied severely at school. That is what led to me developing panic and anxiety attacks. I developed them at 15. I saw a therapist from 15 till nearly 17. So it was about just over a year I saw a therapist. Everything was fine. Yeah. And then after getting discharged from the child and adolescent mental health unit, I went on to do volunteering and things. Things weren't improving. So my doctor sent me to another psychologist, but because I was 18 I couldn't go back to the child and adolescent mental health unit. So I got this new therapist. It was about the third time I saw her. She went to me, I think you should be tested for autism. Yeah. I remember my world just basically falling down. It was really not what I wanted to hear. I never expected that to come out of her mouth. I never expected to ever be even offered to be tested. I went back to a friend's house. I was really upset. Then when my mum came home, I told her what had happened, and she said, well, it can't hurt. So the next week I went back and I'm like, well, yeah, nothing is going to happen of it. Really, I didn't think that I had autism. I thought it would just come back as negative and they'd be like, right, let's look for something else. Yeah. But anyway, it was months later, months. This woman came round to my house and they asked you like questions like, do you see patterns in things? Can you tell if someone's sad? And I'm like, well, these questions are vague. Do I see patterns in things? Yeah, I see patterns on like wallpaper, but I don't see, like, everyone sees patterns in a wallpaper because it is a pattern. And can I tell if someone's sad? Well, I can if they're my friends because I know them, but I can't walk along the street and be like, that person's sad. So it was confusing. It really, really, really was. Yeah, and about a month or so later, I went to this place called Number 6. There's one in Edinburgh. I'm not sure if there's any. There must be others around the place. And the woman who texted me with it said, you've been diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. That was it. I didn't get any more help than that. I made an appointment to go to Number 6 again. And basically, I remember walking out of that place after being told, crying on the train home. Yeah, it was a shock. I never thought that I was different. I never thought that I had a what people say is a mental disability. It is in the government a mental disability. I don't see it as that. I thought I'd clear things up when you're getting tested for a mental illness. It's not like anything that isn't normal is considered as a syndrome. That isn't what it's all about at all. The people that test you know a lot about mental health. Obviously they have to. They look at the way you answer things. They look at the way you act. My mum was there, so they wanted to know about when I was a baby, how I developed, like talking and walking, what ages. Yeah, they look at everything. They've seen your medical records, so they know everything. They know your background. They know everything. So it's not about ticking boxes. It's nothing like that, because with mental illness there is a wide variety of things, and you can just have mild syndromes of different things. And there are some people who people would be like, oh, they have a mental disability, who haven't been diagnosed because the way they act and is all different than all the mental illnesses you can have. Yeah, and I'll often get asked, do I get mocked because of having Asperger's? I have been. well, I wouldn't say mocked. I've had friends leave because of it. I've been told that I'm doing this for attention. I've been told, oh, you just play up to get the diagnosis. Yeah, but having Asperger's, I wouldn't say is a bad thing. It's really not. Some people are ashamed of it. As you can tell, I'm totally not, because I'm putting this on the internet, and I see it now, 2 years later after being diagnosed, as a slightly good thing, because I have access to support that I would never have had if I hadn't have been diagnosed. I don't think I'd be going to college if I hadn't been diagnosed, because I wouldn't have had the support. Yeah. And if you do have Asperger's, you don't have to tell people. It's not like you have to put it on forms. You don't have to tell people. I choose to tell people because I want to show people that people with Asperger's aren't stereotypical. They're not like, can't live a life, can't have friends, can't go to college, can't get a job kind of thing, which some people think they are. But yeah, I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. I would have said it can be a good thing. It's just how you decide to act, how you decide to use the diagnosis as a benefit rather than something that's going to stop you doing things.